Hey gang, Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
It's 2017 and I can't think of a better way to kick off the brand new year than to run out to the cinema and check out the very first 2017 film.
Get ready! Woo!
And you know what? I don't want to set myself up for disappointment because I sure hope the movie I'm going to see today, you know, isn't some lame horror action film. Or heaven forbid, one that contains an eternal war that pits computer-generated werewolves against vampires.
The vampire and lichen clans have been at war for centuries, turning our world into a battlefield.
Or some witless and puerile sequel that didn't need to be made in the first place.
This is ridiculous, okay? I'll go. Shit.
God damn it. Alright, I just got out of Underworld Blood Wars.
The vampire and lichen clans had been at war for centuries.
This film has one thing truly going for it. It is mercifully short at 1 hour and 30 minutes. Thank Jesus!
The fight is personal.
Okay, gang, so this is the 5th film in the Underworld cinematic universe. As inexplicable as it feels to actually say, yes, this is the 5th film in the progressively getting worse vampire versus werewolf series, or lichens, or however you want to slice it when discussing this film.
Now a new war is being waged.
Kate Beckinsale once again returns to play the lead character Selene, who is a legendary death dealer slash vampire who you may or may not recall got it on with a werewolf in one of the previous films. Their child is one of the pure bloods, who basically is the best of the vampire and the best of the werewolf bloodline kind of rolled into one.
They have a new leader, Marius.
I'm finished with this war.
Well, it's not finished with you. He wants the blood of you and your daughter.
Even I don't know where she is.
And every faction that is in Underworld Blood Wars basically wants Selene's daughter's blood, which in some form or another, I'm not sure the film really does a good job of explaining this, will basically allow them to achieve world domination through the purity of the blood. I don't know what this movie is even about, to be frankly honest.
I need you to deliver a message. Tell your Marius I'm coming for him. Do you understand your message?
And it also should be noted that Selene has become an outcast, not only from her own people, but obviously she is hunted and wanted by the lichens as well. No one loves Selene. She is hated by all.
You need Selene. She cannot be trusted.
You know, Underworld Blood Wars commits one of the biggest sins that I think just about any film could, and that is this. It simply didn't make me care.
No.
These movies just don't make me care. I don't care about the characters. I don't care about the werewolves. I don't care about the vampires. I don't care about Selene. I don't care about her relationships to anyone else in this film or in this entire series. There's no dramatic urgency or potency to any of the storylines that are present in these films, and I just didn't care.
Impossible.
And you know, with each progressive sequel, I'm left wondering, like, why do I even bother going to see the new entry in this film series? Like a demon on one of my shoulders that says, no, go check this film out, Craig. I'm sure it'll be good. And then there's an angel on the other side of my shoulder saying, Craig, why are you wasting your time? Stay at home, do something more productive. You don't need to waste your time with the Underworld films. And then there's like this entity in the middle. It's like, Craig, you always talk about how you like to give films a fair shake, and you don't like to judge them before you see them. So you really owe it to yourself to go see Underworld Blood Wars, because you never know, it might actually be good. So that part of me is like, okay, I'll go.
Okay, I'll go. Well,
shit. This film happens to be worse than its predecessor, which I thought was the single worst Underworld film imaginable.
We come seeking sanctuary, not to fight.
First of all, visually, it's a mess. It is a dreary, dark, murky mess. Watching it in 3D, it's like a big smear of darkness across the screen. You can't even delineate, characters and the action itself. That's another problem with this film. The action is such a hatchet job. I mean, oftentimes I've complained about how modern action films seem like they're edited for people with attention deficit disorder, and they have hyperactive and spastic editing that is like borderline seizure inducing. There's a lot of multiple flashbacks within flashbacks in this film where I literally thought my brain was gonna explode. It's just so assaultive and so hard to watch. And in 3D, I mean, I feel like I need to run home and take an Advil and relax and lay down, because that's how assaultive this film is.
There are too many of them.
The visual effects in this film, which actually present the Lycans, are laughably atrocious. It's kind of funny, like, remember the visual effects in like The Scorpion King all those years ago? No. Just no. And we're like, wow, this is probably the most wretched CG ever imaginable. I think that some of the werewolf special effects in Underworld Blood Wars is barely better than what we saw in The Scorpion King. So it's like, my God, 10 plus years of visual effects ingenuity, and this is the best that they could come up with. Like, I know this is a low budget film relative to its genre and relative to the year it's coming out in. I think it costs like $35-40 million, but the film's visual effects are dead on arrival. They're just laughably horrible.
Come and get it.
Kate Beckinsale is a luminously beautiful woman. She still looks really good in skin-tight black leather. Gotta give her that. But her character has absolutely zero charm and personality. You never feel invested in her plight or her cause. You never feel like she is a character deserving of our rooting interests at all. I mean, so many of the characters also around her are personality-free drones that are essentially victims to this expository-heavy plot that does a lot of explaining and has a lot of hackneyed dialogue, and they're like marionette puppets. I think that's how they should actually make the next Underworld film, because quite frankly, trust me, they're going to make another Underworld film. The only way I would be remotely interested in seeing another Underworld film is if it was done with marionette puppets, a la Team America World Police.
Terrorize this.
The villains, they're so poorly rendered. They're kind of laughable, to be honest.
She is the key to the futures of Lycans and vampires.
And when we have the blood of Selene and her daughter,
We will be invincible.
And you know what I really don't understand is, like, when you have supernatural creatures like vampires and werewolves, and all you have them partake in is scene after scene where they're just shooting machine gun fire at each other. Like, there's no creativity, there's no innovation, there's no flavor to any of the action or the storytelling that occurs in this film.
Do I look worried?
Underworld Blood Wars is a film that's so unendingly horrible that you kind of are left scratching your head while you're watching the film, when you're not checking your watch out of sheer boredom, wondering how on earth could a film this wrong-headedly terrible be made. These films are made on modest budgets, which, unfortunately, as it may seem, do end up making a lot of money. And that's why more of these films get made. And you know what? Earlier when I said the biggest sin of Underworld Blood Wars is that it didn't make me care, I think the second biggest sin is that at the end, it tries to have a climax and a conclusion with some semblance of franchise finality, and then it turns in a complete about-face and is like, no, bullshit on that.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Bullshit!
We're moving forward. And there are hints, big, not so subtle hints at future entries to come. Just know. Underworld Blood Wars sucked the life out of me.
Oh, okay. I see what you did there.
Kind of like vampires, get it? They suck blood. Underworld Blood Wars is the first film that I've seen in 2017, and I am absolutely 100% positive it's going to be on my worst films of 2017 list that I'm going to make 12 months later. Trust me on that. So there you go. There is my less than enthusiastic review for Underworld Blood Wars. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of the film. If for some godforsaken reason you decided to journey out on a minus 30-degree cold day like I did to go see it. Once again, thank you very much for watching. If you could like this video, I'd really appreciate it. If you could subscribe to my channel, that would mean the world to me. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you at the movies.